You ever play a team where you're like, we should win this game, and you fucking lose after starting off really fucking good? That was the Indiana Pacers' performance last night against the New York Knicks, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I knew Jalen Brunson was gonna get his, okay? I knew he was gonna get his numbers, okay? Julius Randle's not playing, okay? OG Anunoby isn't playing. So I was like, you know what? We can beat this team. Even if Jalen Brunson scores 40, right? Like, this is a team we should be able to beat. Donte DiVincenzo scored 20 points last night. He shot 8 of 26 from the field. Okay? This is a team that should not have beaten us. This was arguably one of the worst losses of the fucking season. Okay? Like, if I look at the box score, okay, I want you to, I just want to listen, I want you guys to listen to these field goal percentages from the Knicks, okay? Josh Hart, 0 for 6. Precious Achiuwa, 5 for 16. Donte DiVincenzo, 8 of 26. Okay? Isaiah Hartenstein, Jalen Brunson, and Deuce McBride or Miles McBride were the only guys that showed up for them. Okay? Isaiah Hartenstein, 12 and 19, 6 of 8 from the field. Jalen Brunson scored 40 on 15 of 30, 9 of 11 from the free throw line, only 1 of 6 from 3. They shot abysmal from the three-point line. I mean, abysmal. Okay? Jalen Brunson, 1 of 6. Donte DiVincenzo, 4 of 16. Precious Achiuwa, 0 of 3. Josh Hart, 0 of 3. Miles McBride, 3 of 8. Malachi Flynn, 0 of 2. This is a team, boys, that shot, I kid you not, 21% from 3 last night. We shot 39% from 3 and still couldn't fucking win. We shot 45% from the field and they shot 40% from the field and we still could not fucking win. Okay? This was a game that, from the player performances to the coaching, everything was bad. I understand we didn't have Ben Mathurin. Okay, I get that. We didn't have Jarris Walker. Apparently, he was with the G League affiliate team last night. But here's the thing, okay? TJ McConnell didn't play. Actually, no, Jarris Walker was a coach's decision. Jarris Walker just didn't play. I mean, Isaiah Jackson didn't play. Like, if there was ever a game that TJ McConnell should have played in, it was that one last night. Okay? I thought TJ McConnell should have started at point guard, not Andrew Nembhard. I get that people like Andrew Nembhard, but TJ McConnell at least is like the spark plug guy on the roster. It's like, you know, when he gets it going, he elevates the team, right? He's just one of those like hustle, like high motor players that when you put him on the floor, you know what you're going to get. Okay? Last night was fucking abysmal. They had 2 guys get over 16 or more rebounds. Josh Hart had 12 rebounds. Precious Achiuwa, 16 rebounds. Isaiah Hartenstein, 19 rebounds. We got out-rebounded like a motherfucker last night. There's so much that went wrong. Buddy Hield might as well have not even played. 1 of 8 from the field. I mean, 15 of Jalen Brunson's 40, I think, at least came on Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is, Buddy Hield is a guy that I understand now why teams won't trade for him. Okay? Great three-point shooter, but that's all he's good at. How long have I been saying that? How long? How long have I been saying that? Buddy Hield, great three-point shooter, but when he doesn't have the 3 going, he is fucking useless. Okay? He's as useless as fucking lipstick on a pig. Okay? Like, he's fucking terrible. When that 3-point shot is not falling, dude is not even worth playing. And everyone wonders why we can't get anything for him or why he hasn't been traded yet. Obi Toppin played all right last night. I mean, Miles Turner, once again, gave us mediocre Miles Turner. Fucking 5 and 4, my guy. You played 24 minutes and you gave me a 5 and 4 with 5 fouls. I mean, Miles Turner last night looked fucking lost. Like, Miles Turner's a guy who should be stretching the floor. Okay? He's not a traditional center. Why they keep trying to play him like a traditional center is beyond my belief. Okay? I don't under-fucking-stand it. Okay? So I get it. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna get the Miles fucking White Knights or the Miles Knights in the fucking comments. You're like, well, Miles isn't the only one who fucking plays. And listen, Jalen Brunson, okay, not Jalen Brunson, Jalen Smith did his fucking job last night. Okay, Jalen Smith had 20 points and 9 rebounds. Jalen Smith did his job. Pascal Siakam had 18, 7, and 5. Okay, granted he had 5 turnovers and 5 personal fouls. That's not good. But you know what? 18.7 rebounds and 5 assists. I can live with that. Miles putting up 5 and 4. I mean, fuck, at that point you might as well just play Isaiah Jackson. You know, I I made the video saying that Miles Turner has gotten better with Pascal Siakam being on our team, and I believe that. But the fact of the matter is, like, Miles Turner is not a traditional center. He can't box out. He can't prevent guys from scoring. All he can do is shoot threes and block shots. He doesn't even fucking rebound well. He doesn't box anybody out. And there's everyone's like, Miles isn't the problem. No, I'm pretty positive Miles is at least part of the fucking problem. Buddy Hield is a guy, like, I'm going to be honest, if we trade Buddy Hield for anything, it should be a center who can rebound the fucking basketball. You know, trade him to Chicago for fucking Andre Drummond for all I care. Just get me somebody who can rebound a fucking basketball because it's nobody on our fucking team. Then we got the shit that Rick Carlisle did last night. Oh man, I think I've only ripped into Rick Carlisle maybe once on the channel. Last night was inexcusable. Okay, last night, that was one of the worst coaching games I've ever seen out of Rick Carlisle. Like, that coaching job I got last night was fucking abysmal. TJ McConnell doesn't play. Isaiah Jackson doesn't play. Jarris Walker doesn't play. You need some defense, okay? You need rebounding. You need a bit of a spark at the point guard position. You have some of that on your roster, and you simply just choose not to play it. Like, that was a game that TJ McConnell should have played in last night. But nope, DNP, coach's decision. Jarris Walker, DNP, coach's decision. I get that we didn't have Ben Mathurin, but still, this was a game we should have won. This team is so bad at defense that they resort to fouling people, and when Siakam has 5 fouls, when Miles has 5 fouls, and Aaron Nesmith is fouled out, I mean, I don't get it. Then, with like 2 minutes left, the Knicks go on a run. Rick Carlisle waits till they're up by 5 points to say, okay, we need to call a timeout. And then he doesn't make any substitutions. You know what the one substitution he made was? He put Obi Toppin in the game for Buddy Hield, and then immediately took Obi Toppin out to put in fucking Buddy Hield again. Buddy Hield, like, Ben, honestly, I would have been more confident in Ben Shepherd last night. I'm just going to call it what it is. I would have been more confident in Ben Shepherd last night. Then the minutes restriction with Haliburton, that irritates me, okay? If Haliburton is on a minutes restriction, okay, you let him play a little bit in the first 3 quarters. You save that big chunk, them 12 minutes that are left on that minutes restriction, you save that for the fourth. You save that for the fourth quarter. Tyrese Haliburton didn't play a single fucking minute in the fourth quarter, and we wonder why we lose. This is just a misallocation of assets. Okay? I'm just going to call it what it is. This was one of the worst coaching jobs I'd ever seen out of Rick Carlisle. I'm like, we're putting Buddy Hield back in? Like, I get that you could use a 3-pointer, but Buddy Hield, who's shooting 1 of 8, 1 of 7 from... I mean, I watched Buddy Hield whiff a wide-open layup last night. Something about playing in Madison Square Garden or whatever fucking rattled the shit out of Miles Turner and Buddy Hield last night. And I get that Siakam wants to play with Miles Turner, but the fact of the matter is, okay, we need somebody on this roster who's going to rebound the basketball. And Isaiah Jackson, I think, is capable of doing that, but they didn't even play Isaiah Jackson last night. I get that we're trying to develop some of our young talent. I get that we like Andrew Nembhard to an extent, but the problem is we started out playing some good team basketball last night. Like, the way we were playing in the first half, I was like, fuck, we're going to beat these dudes by 40. Right? Then, in the second half, it seemed like everybody just stopped giving a fuck about playing as a team. Like, the ball movement stopped. Like, this team kicks other teams' asses when they play team basketball. When the ball is moving around, guys are getting open shots. That stopped in the second half last night, and they lost because of it. Jalen Brunson had 40. Okay? Like, I get it. Jalen Brunson's gonna get his. Okay? And Yeah, even Dante DiVincenzo is going to get his, even if he has to take 30 shots to fucking do it. But the thing is, Isaiah Hartenstein looked like a fucking perennial all-star last night playing the center position. Precious Achiuwa, okay, put up 12 and 16. Or something of the sort. Close to it. It's just like, you can't get out-rebounded like that and expect to win games. I know if there's Pacers fans who think rebounding doesn't matter, but it fucking matters. And it was like, oh, we don't need to rebound anymore because centers shoot threes now. No, you still need to rebound the fucking basketball. Defense is atrocious. I'm just going to call it what it is. The defense last night was like, we can't defend them, so we're just going to hack the fuck out of them. When you have 3 guys who get 5 fouls or foul out, that's pretty fucking bad. Okay, now I understand Haliburton for only like half the game. I understand there was no Ben Mathurin, but like this was a game that we should not have lost. There was no excuses for losing this fucking game. When 2 of their 3 top players are out, and they're relying on Dante DiVincenzo and Isaiah Hartenstein to help win them a fucking game, these are not games that we should be losing. I don't know what the front office is gonna do, but Kevin Pritchard need to get me some brothers that can play fucking defense, okay? Or get me a head coach that will at least teach defense. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, with as bad as this team is playing defensively, there's not a cold chance in hell that they're practicing defense in practice. There's not a snowball's chance in hell that these people are actually working on defense in practice. Because they wouldn't be getting their asses kicked like this if they were. I just want some effort. Okay, they suck at switching on screens. Okay, they suck at rotations. They suck at everything. They're picking people up full court. They're like why? Why are you playing a full court press? Okay, this ain't the fucking playoffs. Okay, they're running full court presses in like the third quarter. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with this team, but I know a lot of people have been calling for Rick Carlisle's job, but like I'm at the point where I'm like, bro, defense this bad is coaching. Or if it's not the coaching, if they are going over defensive practice and they're still getting their ass kicked, you need to get me some motherfuckers that will at least try on defense. That's what I want. If you're not good at it, at least try. And there's plenty of times where I just, Jalen Brunson just walked by Buddy Hield again. Oh, look, Isaiah Hartenstein rebound his own fucking shot and score again. I mean, like, I understand, like, this team can't be perfect, right? I understand that. I understand that, like, you know, everybody loves Miles Turner. I'm besides myself on Miles Turner at this point. But that was a game where, like, that was a game we just flat out should not have lost. And the thing is, what irritates me the most about it is that game had a playoff atmosphere last night. Like, that game had all the implications of an NBA playoff game. This is a team that is one seed ahead of us, and we're playing ball like this. This is how we play in a physical environment, in like a playoff setting type of game. That game felt like a playoff game last night from start to end. And Miles Turner and Buddy Hield just lay a fucking donut, essentially. Like literally, at some point, it just wasn't worth playing Buddy Hield anymore. You know, give someone else a shot. Okay? Miles Turner, Isaiah Jackson should have played last night. With how bad Miles Turner played last night, Isaiah Jackson should have got some burn. Okay? When shit's getting out of control on the floor, TJ McConnell should have played ahead of Andrew Nembhard. There is no reason why Julius Randle and OG Anunoby should be out and we fucking lose to Dante DiVincenzo, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Jalen Brunson. No reason for it. I don't believe it. I really don't. Like, I don't even know how you fix this. The Nets want 2 first-round picks for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now, we've been linked to Royce O'Neal, but Royce O'Neal is not fixing this problem. Okay, this is a team that needs to learn to play defense, or even play James Johnson. Fuck, at least give me somebody who's gonna play physical with the other team. This whole thing was a fucking nightmare. The whole thing was a nightmare. It started off really good, and then of course the second half comes around, and suddenly we stop moving the ball. We keep playing Buddy Hield. All right, like Buddy Hield's a guy that like he was just chucking shots all night and just couldn't get anything to fall. I was thinking to myself at some point, I'm like, after they went on that big run in the fourth quarter, the Knicks went on I think almost a 10-0 run in the fourth quarter to get back into the game. And we had what, a 5 or 6 minute window where we didn't score a single point. I just, this is the problem with this team. Okay, Siakam was a little sloppy last night. I will say that. I understand Siakam's trying to do it all, but when Haliburton's not in the game, and I understand that's what we got him for, but Siakam isn't the only guy on the team. Jalen Smith played very well. Okay, there's some guys on our team that played very well last night. Jalen Smith played very well. Siakam played all right, not great, but he had 5 personal fouls and 5 turnovers, but he still had 18.7 rebounds and 5 assists. Aaron Nesmith did his thing, but fouled out. Okay, Haliburton was pretty good. I'll give him that. Granted, 2 of 6 on the 3-point line's not great, but Haliburton did his thing. It's like Obi Toppin, 4 of 10. He shot 40%. I mean, 2 blocks, 1 turnover. Obi Toppin played okay, for his standards, but Andrew Nembhard, 4 of 12. Buddy Hield, 1 of 8. Miles Turner, 2 of 6. Obi Toppin, 4 of 10. Pascal Siakam, 8 of 19. I mean, it just, there's so much improvement that needs to be done, and I think to myself, if we can't, honestly, when I watch games like that last night, I think to myself, how are we ever going to be a good playoff team? That was a playoff atmosphere last night. We played a team that was undermanned and still lost. I don't know what changed from the first half to the second half, but that shit can't happen again. Okay, you can't be ahead by 15 and give up a 15-point lead and then fucking lose. Because everybody wants to play hero ball. Andrew Nembhard is just known for that at this point. I've watched Andrew Nembhard for 4 or 5 games now, and when shit starts getting thick, Andrew Nembhard seems to think he's him. I'm not sure why, but Andrew Nembhard has this thing about him where it's okay, we need points, and then he drives to the basket to take a contested layup on 2 or 3 people. I don't get it. So all I know is we desperately need another guy. We need a guy we need a Mikal Bridges. We need a DeMar DeRozan. We need a Tobias Harris, something. We need somebody who's going to play some defense and, score some fucking points when Haliburton's not there. Because even though we have Siakam, this team needs another piece. I'm just going to call it what it is. It needs another piece, and it needs to pick up some motherfuckers who can play defense. Because there is nobody on this fucking roster that I'm confident in to play defense. Aaron Nesmith, when he does play defense, this is the second game in the last 5 that he's fouled out. Miles Turner had 5 fouls. Siakam had 5 fouls. I mean, we're not playing defense. We're playing hack the fucking shit out of the other team and hope they don't make free throws. That's what we're playing. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. That was a game that I was hyped last night, man. I was watching, I'm like, yo, we got off to a good start. We're going to win this. Nope. Shouldn't have gotten my hopes up. But anyway, tell me what you guys think down below in the comment section below. I like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more on the Fast Break Report. And I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.